When we look at the lives of the faithful in Hebrews 11, we must recognize that their extraordinary acts were not fueled by personal strength or blind optimism. They were empowered by a deep trust in the unwavering love of God. It is precisely because they knew God loved them, because they believed in His promises, His faithfulness, and His character, that they were able to act in radical obedience, even in the face of danger, suffering, and uncertainty. 1 John 4:18 reminds us, "There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear." These men and women were not fearless by nature. They were made bold because they trusted the one who loved them. Take Abraham, for example. He left everything familiar to follow God's call. He was willing to sacrifice his son Isaac because he trusted that God, who had promised descendants through Isaac, would not break his word. Moses, too, could forsake Pharaoh's palace and choose to suffer with God's people because he believed in a greater reward. When God first called him, Moses was hesitant, but over time, he came to understand God's loving patience and faithfulness. Even Rahab, a woman with a dishonorable past, placed her life on the line for strangers because she believed in God's mercy. She told the Israelite spies, "I know that the Lord has given you this land, for the Lord your God is God in heaven above and on the earth below." Similarly, Sarah's faith to conceive a child came after years of barrenness and disappointment, but she considered him faithful who had promised. She knew that God's love and word could be trusted, even when her own body said otherwise. In every case, these heroes of faith acted not because they were inherently strong, but because they had come to trust in God's loving nature. Psalm 33:18 says, "The eyes of the Lord are on those who fear Him, on those whose hope is in His unfailing love." The power of their faith was rooted in the knowledge that God's love does not fail. They were able to endure hardships, make sacrifices, and obey impossible commands because they believed God loved them, would not abandon them, and would fulfill His promises, just as He had from the beginning, with Adam, Noah, Abraham, and beyond. The righteous will live by faith, and that faith is sustained by the love of a faithful God.